I am Eliza Claire Bible. I am an MCH Len trainee, and I am also an ARC AmeriCorps member. My placement is at the Wisconsin Board for People with Developmental Disabilities.
Hi, I'm Phil Klissa. I'm with the Wisconsin Board for People with Developmental Disabilities, and I am Claire's supervisor. And this has been a new experience for us to be part of the AmeriCorps family, and we've had nothing but positive experiences with Claire over the last several months.
A typical day here at the office is answering phones and responding to emails and working on projects. But outside of that, I am an advocate. So I've presented at conferences. I've spoken to legislators. I've actually testified at my first public hearing since I've been in my placement here. I'm going to be participating in the Circles of Life conference next week. A lot of my work, outside of my AmeriCorps placement here at the BPD office, my work as an advocate stretches beyond that. It's a whole combination of things. It's my work with the MCH Len program. It's my work as an advocate out in the community. It's my work as a writer. When I'm not working out of here, I'm working out of my home.
So it's great to have Claire here in our office. She brings a lot of new energy and new excitement to our space and to the work that we do, and it's been really exciting. As a new employee, I think we did with Claire what we would consider best practices for any new employee, and that is to really go through her role here, and to give her a tour of the office, show her where everything is, tell her show her how to use equipment, and then make sure that we have a good communication base so that she is comfortable asking questions of us and we are comfortable asking questions of her on any particular or specific accommodation that she might need, just like any other employee. So.
The most exciting thing I learned as a beginning AmeriCorps member is that after my term of service, I get the Siegel Award, and the Siegel Award is money for more education for more classes, wherever I decide to go, a technical college or an actual college, and that blew me out of the water. I honestly thought I would be so much older before I get the chance to go back to school again. I honestly thought I was going to be in my 30s or 40s, and to be able to go back sooner than that just amazes me, excites me, because I'm so passionate about education and so passionate about mine. So I'm extraordinarily excited. I'm already thinking about classes I want to take. There's so much I want to learn. A part of me there's so many different interest areas I have. I'm thinking maybe a world religions class mixed in with some politics and advocacy classes, and classes within the arts. Anything that gets me in a lecture hall with a notebook and a pen behind my ear taking notes, I'm excited for. I've always been a lifelong learner. I always will be a student and a teacher, and it just amazes me. I'm so excited for the next chapters of my life, especially the chapters within where I get to be in a classroom taking notes.
I am really excited about having Claire Bible here as an AmeriCorps intern. She is bringing so much of her expertise and her life story as an individual with a disability who went through inclusive education, who charted her own course in post-secondary and has had 2 different college experiences, and who's had a real wealth of both community-based sort of volunteer and life experiences, as well as a lot of work experiences. So she's obviously a great addition to the workforce here. The other thing about Claire is she diversifies our workplace because she is our youngest employee, and she brings that young adult perspective that is really valuable and helpful, and really helps us tune into a group of folks that maybe we wouldn't resonate with as well if we didn't have Claire on our staff. So she's a great asset in all ways.
My placement as a AmeriCorps member has allowed me to continue my leadership and my advocacy goals. I have a list longer than my arm of everything I want to do as an advocate, and even more that I want to do as a member of the AmeriCorps. I really believe in service. I grew up around service. I grew up doing service projects. I grew up as a Girl Scout, and my feelings for service haven't changed. They never will change. I believe it's important. I believe that it's worth doing, and that giving back is important. You need to give more than you take. And it's just being a part of that circle of life, of advocacy, of being a member in service, that I find that is the most important.
Her story of going on to college and then using AmeriCorps as a springboard to get an educational grant to further her own education even more is really something that a lot of people don't know about as an option. And by telling that story, she's helping elevate expectations for a new generation of young people about what they can, what kinds of career opportunities they can have, and to really expand their horizons.
The best part of being an AmeriCorps member is just being able to do service projects. I've honestly missed doing that. The last time I had an opportunity like this, I was a teenager, and in my 20s I kind of felt that the service projects were lacking. And becoming a member was just amazing for me. I got to fall right back into what I grew up around, and I love it. And anyone can serve. You could be 98 years old and wanting to serve, or 50, no matter how old you are. It's an intense enjoyment for anyone who had the chance to have the experience. I absolutely love it. The best thing for me is being able to work here at the BPD office. I've always wanted to work in a setting like this. Even as a little kid, my parents had big dreams for me, and one of my dad's dreams for me is to be doing what I'm doing right now. So I feel like I'm making my dad's dreams come true for me, as well as my own dreams.